Hello, friends. Welcome back to Fitaayam, expanding horizons through fitness. And today we are back with the topic of need and importance of physical education. Earlier, we have studied that what is physical education, what are its aims, what are its objectives. Now we will see what's the need and what's the importance of physical education. Talking about the need of physical education, with modernization and mechanization, life has become more comfortable and sedentary. Many gadgets and machines have now been deployed to make life easy. Guys, जैसे कि we know that कि आजकल के ज़माने में हमारी लाइफ कितनी सेडेंट्री हो चुकी है क्योंकि हर एक चीज़ बहुत आसानी से अवेलेबल है। अगर हमें यहाँ से कहीं जाना होता है तो आजकल हम स्कूटी या बाइक यूज़ कर लेते हैं। बट पहले के लोग क्या करते थे, वो थोड़ा सा पैदल जाते थे, घूमते थे, फिरते थे। अभी अगर मान लो हमें रनिंग करनी है, फिजिकली फिट होने के लिए हमें आजकल रनिंग करनी पड़ती है। बट पहले के लोग क्या करते थे कि उनको रनिंग नहीं करनी पड़ती थी, उनका वो सारा काम नॉर्मली हो जाता था। क्यों? बिकॉज उस समय वो मॉडर्न इक्विपमेंट्स या मॉडर्न व्हीकल्स नहीं थे, तो इसीलिए वो सारा काम, मतलब वो सारी फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज जो हम आज एक्सरसाइज के तौर पे करते हैं, वो उनकी नेचुरली हो जाती थी। तो वी कैन कंक्लूड दैट राइट नाउ how much there is a need of physical education. Connecting it with recent pandemic, we can see that in this pandemic time, in this lockdown, we need a great physical health because अब सब लॉकडाउन है. All the professionals are doing work from home. Either they are, some teachers are also taking online classes from home only. So उनको इधर उधर जाने की कोई भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है ज्यादा. तो what is the best way? Right now, in this time, this pandemic has shown us the importance of our health, the importance of our immunity, and our health and immunity will only improve when we will be physically active, when we will know that what's the need of physical education. So with the increase in sedentary lifestyle, it has become more important to take up some physical activity. Why? Because physical education is a way to keep ourselves physically fit, active, healthy, and for overall development of mind as well as our body. Now, talking about the importance of physical education, there are mm, a lot of points which we can cover in this importance of physical education. Let's see one by one. The first point is concentration and energetic active mind. It what does it mean, concentration and energetic mind? Let's take an example. In this lockdown, लोग बाहर के गेम्स जो आउटडोर गेम्स है, they will not be playing. So let's suppose that a person is playing indoor game like Ludo, chess, or he is playing Sudoku. So in these games also, the concentration of mind is needed. Suppose that a person is playing a Ludo, then he has to make strategies in his mind also. So when he will make strategies, when he will focus more, ठीक है, and he will use his mind actively. That's why here is written active or energetic mind. He will use his mind actively with concentration. And what this will lead to? This will lead to activeness of our mind and participation. If we are participating in any physical activity, then it plays an important role in improving our concentration and making our mind energetic and alert. Suppose that we are in the gym, so we will need focus, concentration, and if we are hitting hard, if we are doing any cardio, then our mind will be active. Now going to our second point, that is improvement of health and fitness. Friends, I don't think कि ये पॉइंट मुझे आपको समझाने की जरूरत है, because physical education provides the basic of improvement of health and fitness levels by giving movement to joints and muscles. And we know that if we are physically active, so what we can achieve, if we are physically active, we will not be having any problems, physical problems, and it will automatically improve our health by increasing our immunity. Because when you do any physical exercise, then your heart rate increases a little bit. When you do high intense HIIT, high interval intensity training, then your heartbeat increases rapidly. Suppose that you are doing any physical activity or any physical work, then your heart is beating at a higher pace than normal. So when your heart is beating faster, then the oxygen or then the blood will also be flowing faster in your muscles, those targeted muscles which are involved in that physical activity. So if the blood is flowing, the amount of blood is flowing high, then the amount of oxygen, because oxygen also get delivers through the blood, so the oxygen levels will be high. If the oxygen levels will be high, if your muscles are getting enough oxygen, so automatically your immunity will improve, and this will lead to the improvement of health and fitness. Now, talking about the third point, that is curative effects. So friends, we have talked about that when we do any physical activity, then our heart rate increases. So heart rate increases, it automatically improves the health of our heart, or we can say that it improves our cardiovascular health. If our cardiovascular health will be good, then there are very less chances of blood pressure problem, there are very less chances of any heart disease, and also physically active people do not suffer from any stiffness of joints and muscles in many cases, like we have talked about that. Yeah, you remember that physiotherapy sessions? So, because of those physiotherapy sessions, we can improve targeted diseases or some symptoms, like someone is having a pain at some area, or like cervical pain also can be cured through physiotherapy, like arthritis can also be cured, and stiff someone is having back problem, then it can be also cured through it, like chiropractor or physiotherapy. These are the things. These target a specific muscle group or muscle or a specific part of the body in physiotherapy to cure the disease. Now, going to our fourth point, good physique and beautiful body. So, friends, if you are physically fit and active, the more accurate will be if you are physically active, then it automatically helps in improving your posture also. It reduces unnecessary fat stored at different part of our body, ठीक है ना? And mm, it shapes up our body. It also makes the skin healthy and glowing. How? Suppose that if you are physically fit and if you are physically active, suppose that you are doing running, and while running you will sweat, ठीक है? When you will sweat, the pores of your skin will be open. जितनी भी गंदगी होगी ना, वो sweat के through it will come out from your skin, and you have noticed that when after sweat your skin becomes more clear, it becomes more glowing. So physical activity improves our physique, also it gives shape to our body, which always increases our confidence in front of others also. It decreases the inferiority complex and helps us to be confident in front of others also. This is the psychological impact of a good physique and a beautiful body. Suppose that a person who is very fat, or we can say who is very obese, and a person who is good in shape, ठीक है ना, and he is saying you something, both are saying you something, the more attractive will be that the fit guy. We will listen to him. It is the psychological impact. Now, talking about next point, enhancing social traits, brotherhood and fraternity. How it learns social trait like cooperation, sympathy, courtesy, mutual understanding, respect and tolerance. Now, here we come to a beautiful point, that suppose that in physical activities, like we play games, suppose that in India cricket is played very much. So suppose that they are playing, suppose that a group of students are playing cricket, ठीक है? After that, there will be two teams. A team will win and a team will lose. So the losing team will gain the tolerance. He will gain the knowledge that he will gain and the knowledge how to accept the defeat, and also the winning team will learn how to respect the defeated team and how to be calm at that peak happiness. Talking about in a same team, suppose that a team needs uh, 10 runs in an over. So the player playing there will also and will also develop pressure handling capacity at that point. The batsman or the bowler also both will develop pressure handling capacity. Suppose that they are working in a team. Suppose that they work together and suppose that the bowling team wins, then it will increase the cooperation among them, and the losing team will increase the tolerance among them. Suppose that sympathy, suppose that the winning team will always have sympathy towards the defeating team. ठीक है ना? It will increase mutual understanding. We can relate it with the example of basketball. In a basketball, you need high reflex actions and mutual understanding. You have to understand your partner, your teammate, before he executes any action, by seeing into the eyes of the other player. So in basketball, you can easily understand that how mutual understanding is increased, because suppose that I am with my team partner going to do a basket. Okay, and he saw that someone is coming behind me and I will give a pass to him. So he will notice that at what point he will give pass to me without even saying a word. Without saying a word, we understand how to mutually cooperate with each other during the tough time. Tough time in this sense, at the time when I need the help most. Talking about the next point, it is purposeful use of leisure time. What does it mean? Suppose that आप पढ़ाई कर करके you are exhausted. Now you want some refreshing activity. So you go and do some physical activity, or you go for playing something. It will relieve your stress, strain. It will relax your mind. So, and also you will know how to utilize your time in a fruitful way. So it will help you a lot. Now talking about the seventh point, which is the most important, that is discipline in life. What does it mean? Physical education brings discipline in a person's life. They learn how to obey, they learn how to follow rules in a game or any other activity. Let's see this by an example. Um, every one of you has noticed that suppose that a group of children is planning to play cricket in the morning. So they will not go to school at time, they will not go to tuition at right time, but when there comes for playing something, cricket or football or anything, any game, they all will reach 5 a.m. in the morning. Mostly, what does it signifies? It signifies that physical education will help a child to be in a discipline. He will know that I have to reach in the ground before the game starts. So similarly, while following the rules and regulations of the game, he will know that what discipline he should follow at that particular environment. So it will help a child to be disciplined in his life. Friends, coming to our next point, that is personality development. Physical education develops the physical, social, and mental aspect of a person. And these physical, social, and mental aspects are directly correlated with the personality of an individual. They make the person versatile and one with a strong personality to face all odd and even situations in life. Such a person will develop a sportsman spirit in him. And how this sportsman spirit will be developed? By knowing that he is able to accept defeat as well as success in the games, in the physical activities. and it will help him to accept success and failure with the same ease in the life. So it will help to develop the personality of an individual. Talking about the next point, that is growth and development. As we know, with changing time, we know that children are also sticking towards a sedentary lifestyle because they are they love to be close to laptop, tablet, mobiles instead of doing physical activity, instead of playing any games, any physical games. They love to play mobile games, laptop games like PUBG, any other game. So, or they spend more time in watching television, social media, or some cartoon. So instead of this, they can involve in physical activities like running, like playing something, like swimming, like some any skill that will involve our physical activities. It will help to increase the growth and development, not physically but mentally also. Talking about the next point, that is motor and cognitive development. And suppose that there is a basketball player or a football player. In basketball and football, we require good motor skills, and if there is are good motor skills of the player, and he will learn uh, to cooperate among the team members, it will improve the cognitive development also. Children learn different methods, techniques, and rules of play, game, sport, or any activity that are trained to use them in a specific instances. This improves their motor qualities like strength, speed, endurance, coordination, flexibility, and power. Suppose that the rules of cricket are different, the rules of basketball are different, the rules of volleyball are different, the rules of football are different, the rules of swimming are different. In volleyball, you use uh, most of your muscles of your hand. In football, you use leg muscles as the primary source, and in swimming, you will use your hands. ठीक है? And in handball also you will use your hand, and suppose that you are running or sprinting, you will use your legs as the primary muscle. So every sport require different rules and regulation. If a if a child will learn different sport, a variety of sport, it will help him to develop cognitive development. He will know that in which environment he has to behave in what way. In a football playground, he is not supposed to touch football with his hands. It will be a penalty for the whole team. But in volleyball, he can use his hands. So these are the things that grows and that develops in an individual through these physical activities or the physical education. Now, talking about the next point, that is neuromuscular development. Now, how does it develops? How does physical education or physical activities develop our neuromuscular development? For all activities and performance of work, neuromuscular coordination is required. This can be developed in stages of childhood or early youth. This development can be attained through physical education and last a lifelong or a lifetime. Suppose that mm you have played basketball, you have learned basketball. You will remember the motor skills required in basketball for lifetime. You will not forget. Suppose that you have played cricket. You may after 5 or 6 years, you will not be able to play that much good, but you will remember the basic things of cricket. Suppose that you have played football a long time ago, but if now you are supposed to play the football, you will not be able to play that much good at the same instance, but you will definitely play something that is not that much bad, and you will learn eventually faster. Suppose that in initially it took about 1 year to learn all the skills of basketball. After that you took a break for 3, 4, 5, 6, suppose that 10 years, And again, now after 10 years, you are supposed to play basketball. You will not need again those 1 year or 6 months to recover all those skills. You will only need 1 month or 2 months to recall all those neuromuscular activities. We call it no muscle and mind connection. That is the neuromuscular development. You will know, suppose that you are going to gym, okay, because of some injury you took a rest for 1 year, but when you will again join the gym after 1 year, no, you will not require that much effort which was required in the first instance or the for the first time. You have gained knowledge, you have experience, you have your muscle memory, you have your muscle mind connection. You will learn in a faster rate. Talking about the last point, that is refreshing effect. When children sit in a classroom for long hours, they become dull and bored. They lose interest in their studies. If they are given an opportunity of a break in routine, like an outdoor game or some other physical activities of their interest, it rejuvenates their interest and has a refreshing effect on their mood. That's why in school there are nowadays there are sports period, sports games, and there are some other activities also like that in school. That's why PT has been included in the curriculum to refresh. After 1 hour of class or 45 minutes of class, and there is a break to change the period. At that time, the students can have the refreshing effect for that short duration also, because of that long study. If they will get, suppose that you can relate it with your example. If you are getting a break in between the period, suppose that 5 minute break, how much refreshing it is. You do your talkings and other stuff, other activities, other notorious things. Let's say you do your notorious thing. After that you feel refreshed, that nothing has happened. You are now ready to take another class of 45 minutes. So if 5 minutes of break of your interest can help you to focus 45 minutes or 1 hour, then suppose that how much it will help in your lifetime, taking these short break or involving some physical activities in your daily routine. So friends, these were the need and importance of physical education. If you have any doubt, you can comment down in the comment box, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel for more videos. Right now I am covering the 11th class physical education book. After this, I will cover the 12th class physical education book. So do follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook and support me. Thank you. Thank you.